Hi everyone, Stuart here. Today I'm going to do a quick, well, I'm hoping it's going to be quickish. I'm going to do a quick video on some of my favourite products. Some are for male, some aren't, so it's more like body grooming products. I'll start with hair products, so I've only got a few hair products. Right, the hair gel, well, the gel that I prefer to use, I did hairdressing in Edinburgh, so we tend to got like a lot of products, so I've used a lot of products and what I prefer, and I use Wella High Hair, which I don't think for a lot of people, I don't think it'll be the product for you, but for me it's brilliant. It says it's a gel, but it is very, 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 very strong. So you need like the tiniest amount, and it's very gloopy, and it's just great for there. It says on the back, acrylic like gel for ultra hold and shine for ultimate styling, which is probably the best way to explain it. But that's how I do my hair, like the tiniest bit and chuck it on, and it lasts all day. With that I also use a shine spray. I prefer this one. I've used quite a few, but I prefer this one. This one's actually from the Avon, and it's Advanced Techniques. And if my camera would stop glaring. Yeah, and it's Moisture Silk. And it's just to give your hair a shine. So if you've just come out the shower or something, sometimes your hair can look a bit dull, a bit matte. So I tend to prefer that. Either I used to put this on before I put my hair gel on, because I put it on afterwards, I tend to spoil what I've just done. So they're the hair things, and I use any hairspray. I don't have a particular favourite hairspray. For shampooing and conditioning, I haven't got them. I should have brought them down. I use Bedhead, and I use Freak Control, I think it's called. It's the green bottles. I tend to buy quite big bottles, and they last me quite a while. I wouldn't say they were very expensive, because I think hair products now are getting like ridiculously priced, and they cost about £20 for the set, and they're for quite big tubs, and they come with like a pump top, and I usually buy them in the set. So if you buy them in the set, they're a little bit cheaper. You probably best get a hold of them out of hairdressers. Quite a lot of hairdressers sell them, have like a stand, and they get sponsored by certain companies to promote. So I've always preferred Bedhead. I'm not a fan of any other products. I'm not sponsored by any products whatsoever. You'll see I use a mishmash of everything. I have been doing testers of underarm deodorants. There's two that I've always used, and I thought, well, I'll test other products that are in their range. Gillette is probably one of the most expensive that you can get out of like supermarkets and things. They're usually about £3 each. I've tried both. This one's a new one. Well, I mean, I just bought a brand new one. I have used this one before. And that one's the Arctic Ice. I am not too keen on this one. This one, I don't know what it is. I find it a little bit, I don't know. I find it like that it doesn't stay as well. I just think compared to that one, which is the sports one, which as you can see, I've used that one loads. That one, I think, that one says it's for 48 hours. They're both for 48 hours, sorry. I forgot one for 72. Oh, they're with the other one. I do prefer that one. I think it's got a nicer smell to it. They are gel, so they come out like that, and you just turn up and they come out like a jar rather than a roll-on. I do prefer that one. That one, I think they're both £3 where I got them from, but I do prefer that one. I think it stays a lot longer. I think it smells nicer for the longest, compared to the Garnier for Men range, which was a cheaper range. These you can get out of pound shops. You can get out of supermarkets, but I find it very hard to get hold of the 72-hour one. That one, the invisible one, which isn't invisible. That is the first thing I've got to say. I took it to Glasgow and I wore a black shirt, and while I had my black shirt, when I took it off, it was whiter than white underneath my armpits where it had been, and I don't like the smell either, so that one was a no-no for me. That one I quite liked. This is the 72-hour mineral absorbent one. I don't know if they have a different name to tell them apart. No, one is just literally called the Invisible, and the next one's the Extreme. The Extreme I like. It does have a longer lasting smell compared to that one, and compared to the Gillette Ice White one. The Sports Triumph Gillette I think I prefer overall, because I think these are a lot tougher to apply. I think they dry out. Like that's dried out now. That's like rock hard. Like I'm putting a lot of pressure to try to move it, and they're new. I've only had them a couple of weeks, not even a couple of weeks, sorry, about a week. So overall, I would go for that one. Yes, it's more expensive, but I think it lasts longer. As in the quantity wise, I don't know if there is a quantity difference. It's a 70ml. Well, yeah, that's a 70. That's a 50ml. So you get 20ml more in that one. But I do think it lasts a lot longer. You don't need to apply as much of this one to that one. And I'm just like, so yeah. So that one's my favourite out of that one. I only ever used one, which people will be like, how do you know it's the best if you've only used one? We test with being a beauty therapist. The amount of different products I go through is unreal. I've gone through so many facial products for facials, body scrubs, body moisturisers, facial moisturisers. I've gone through hundreds, testing them when I trained. When I've opened my shops, I've had quite a few shops open, and I've always liked Sanctuary. Sanctuary you can get from Boots. It's probably mid-range. I wouldn't class it as a high-end product. And I love their body butters. I love all their products, in all fairness. But that is my favourite body butter. And I think even the smell of it, I think at last week you can say like I've barely got any left. It smells amazing. I bought the new range when it came out a couple of months ago, and I still prefer this one. It's probably the all-time favourite. It's the one that they've always got in store, no matter what season it is. I think the body butter is about £11. If I'm not mistaken. I think you can get a bigger or a smaller one. That's the biggest you can get. I love that. That's brilliant. So that's the only body butter I use. I don't use anything else when I go in the shower. Facial wise, face I use a lot of products, but that's just because obviously with studying about how your face reacts to different products, finding the products that work for your face, because everybody's face is completely different. So finding a product and sticking with it is probably the best thing. Don't find a product that you know works, then go think, oh well, that's £2 cheaper, let's go and try that one, because then you'll just end up going back to your favourite. And I've got a few that I've gone through. Facial wash wise, I always use Nivea for Men. I have got a thing about the deep cleans, and it has got little tiny like micro beads in it, I think. Here's me telling you something it probably even doesn't. It's a really thick consistency. It's like jelly, but it's brilliant. I love it. It goes on the skin really thick. You feel brilliant afterwards. It does have menthol in it, and vitamin E. But it is really, really good for cleaning. Like if you've had, like even after you've had a shave, or like the day after you've had a shave and you feel a bit groggy, it's brilliant. I love that. That's probably my favourite. For every day, just quickly having a wash, I use Simple, and that's just because my skin can be really, really dry and a little bit sensitive to certain products, and that is just a sensitive face wash, and it's 100% fragrance free. It's not very expensive, but it is for men, so I do find it quite useful. Now and again, not very often, but now and again, I'll put like a face mask on, and the one I tend to use is Planet Spa, and it is by the Avon. I'm going the wrong way, and I've just realised my camera's like weird, but it's lavender and jasmine, and it is just a mask that you just put on and then wash off, and I love that. That's brilliant. Moisturisers, I've gone through phases. I love Clarins. Clarins for me, moisturiser is probably my favourite of all time. That's the one I use now. I did used to use the gel, but I did used to use this one, but it was in a pump top, like in like that bottle. It was in like a pump top so that you could just get. And now it's in like a screw off top, which I don't know if you can see. I've used quite a bit of. I only got that for my birthday as well, so I have gone through it pretty fast, which was in June, the end of June. But I love it. I think that it is quite expensive. I think it's £42 for a tub, so it is a very high-end product. But I love it. I think moisturiser-wise, that's brilliant for me. I bought this one, and in all fairness, I'm not a huge fan. But that's only because I use Clarins now. I think if I hadn't have found that one, then I'd probably still use this. I mean, it's just the Avon. It is just like a cheapy moisturiser, but I think it did the job when I needed it to. So that's all my products that I'll use regularly, because I do have a huge collection of products. But that's just because of the business I'm in. With that, you've got to make sure that you've got a very wide selection in case you've got a client that doesn't like certain products. They're the products that are mine that I use, not that I give clients. We use Skin Truth products from Salon Services for facials, rather than, and I personally don't use them, and I think it's because I find them a little bit rich for my skin. Even like the sensitive one I still find can have a little bit too many products in for my skin. But I think if you've got normal skin, or if you've got like a T-zone, I think the Skin Truth are really quite good products, and you can usually get like a starter pack that has like the cleanser, toner, moisturizer, mask, exfoliating scrub. I think it comes with a couple of pads, and I think that's usually about £60, I think, for the whole pack, which if you put them separately, all the products, then it's about mid-range. You would probably, I know you can get a lot higher end products, but I think they were a very good product for starter products. But I think finding products and keeping a product that you like is probably the best advice I could give you. Yeah, I think that's it really. I think that's it for men's products. I will do a product range of the products that I use for clients, and maybe do like a small tutorial of how I do facials, just so you can get used to it. Not that you would know by my face is pretty clear. I don't have any breakouts. My camera's gone fuzzy. Right now this is 11 minutes. So that's it for now. I've got videos planned tomorrow. I'll try to get this loaded tonight. I have had problems with my YouTube for some strange reason. It's not letting me upload videos. I don't know if my iPad's being funny or if it's YouTube. But I will try and upload this tonight. I've got a video to go up tomorrow, and then I'm away for the weekend up at Glasgow and Dundee to go and see the Red Hot Chili Pipers. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're a big Scottish band. They play bagpipes and turn music, like what music we would know. They play it with bagpipes and drummers, and so it's going to be quite a good weekend. And then I'm out on Glasgow on the Saturday night. So I will see everybody tomorrow. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.